Brand new season, brand new builds. We got the top 5 best builds going into season 3. Make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. But with all that being said, I'm not trying to waste too much of you guys' time, so let's get straight into the builds. Before I show you guys how to create these builds, I have 2 disclaimers I gotta tell y'all. 1, every single build that's gonna be on this list I've used for a video on my channel, whether I've made it or I've used someone's account who's had it. If you want to see some gameplay, just go check out my channel. I probably have it somewhere. And number 2, all of these builds in this video will be made with the metric system, except this one build right here. So we're gonna start off number 5 with the build that's made in the Imperial system, so you don't gotta worry about switching anything yet. Now this build is a small forward build. It can do a little bit of everything on that court. It's probably one of the best pie charts in the game. It's a really good 1v1 court, really well balanced, has a really dope name, can do a little bit of everything. This is the pie chart you want to go with, the playmaking and defense one right here. And for the physical profile, you want to go with the one with the most speed. Before we get into the attributes, I do gotta say I upgrade my builds to have rare names. I really just like having rare builds in this game. They're probably not upgraded the most optimal way to get the most badges, the best stats and whatever, but we get a better name in my opinion. So if you want to change the way you upgrade it, that's fine by me. The build still comes out very similar. You get a couple more badges in other categories, you just get a not as cool of a name. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna get straight into the attributes right here. We're gonna get our close shot to a 76 right here. We're going to max out our driving lane and our driving dunk. This gets us right at 3 finishing badges right here. For our shooting, we're going to max out our midi, our 3-pointer, our free throw, and our post fade is going to go up 1 right here, giving us 7 shooting badges. We can shoot the rock a little bit, nothing too crazy, but if we're open, we're going to be able to hit. The 3 ball isn't too low. Y'all know shooting this year, it's very easy to hit with some really low 3-pointers. I see Pure Lock spotting up in the corner, hitting like at least 75% of their shots, which is absolutely insane. Now for the playmaking, this is kind of what I was talking about. It's not the most optimal way to upgrade it. We're going to get our passing accuracy to a 76, max out that ball handle like I just did, and our post control is going to go to a 57. You want to upgrade it more optimally, you probably could put more on your passing accuracy, take some off your post control, but like I said, I'm going for a specific name here. For our defense, we're going to max everything out except for our perimeter defense. We're going to go back to it. Don't worry, we're not going to completely skip over perimeter defense. That would be kind of interesting. I don't think many builds would be good if you just completely excluded that, if we're going to be a small forward. But as you guys can see, final badge count 3, 7, 17, and 19. For the body shape, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to go with burly because why not? You want to go 6'6" on here. Now the reason we went 6'6", look at our stats are going up a little bit higher, and we do get a pretty crazy takeover for our height. Our stats are going up, like I said. It's going to be very nice for the weight. We are actually going to max this out, and look at that interior defense go up. We lose a little bit of speed, but an 86 is not bad by any means. We have a solid strength. Wingspan, we're going to max this out. There's only one way to touch your wingspan if you're making a play lock build, and that's to max it out, because you just lose out on contact dunks if you do not. This is 2K20 where wingspan didn't matter. Maybe you don't max it out, but this year you need to max it out or you don't get contact dunks. It's pretty simple. I mean, I guess you go 1 tick down, but you don't really gain anything. So we're gonna max this out right here. As you guys can see, we get an 80 ball handle off rip. Really solid defense. Now, like I said, for like the 30th time, our perimeter defense could be higher, but we didn't max it out. Same with our passing accuracy because we want that specific name. Definitely a really solid build. And like I said, the takeover we wanted to get on a 6'6" build is glass cleaning takeover. I just thought it was cool. You probably don't get it if you upgrade it the most optimal way, but as you guys can see, we have built a tempo pushing wing. This is actually the build I used in my latest video, man. It was actually pretty fun to use. But with all that being said, man, we're gonna go on to the metric build. So if you don't know how to switch your system into metric, go to the settings and then you scroll down, and then it should be Imperial, and then you just switch to metric, and that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the builds. So make sure you go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, let's hop on to number 4 on my list. All right, so this next build on my list is not actually my build. Believe it or not, BDG gave me his pure stretch build. He said he's never gonna drop it on his channel, so he's like, hey, put it on the list. This is probably one of the best builds in the game, especially after zigzag is not really a thing. You get a 70 ball handle on a pure green pie chart. Let me just get straight into it. Power forward, handedness and jersey number don't really matter. This build's really good. I'm not gonna lie. You can fade. You can basically shoot any shot you want to shoot. The only downside, you don't really get handles for days. If you want, you can make it a point guard, but we're making a stretch for a reason. We're gonna go all green pie chart. Obviously, we're gonna go max speed on the physicals. Now, I did upgrade it a little bit different from what he did. I'm not 100% sure how he did it, but I did end up getting a lot more badges than what he did. So I'm gonna just show you the way I think I made a little bit better than his version. You know, I just like to put my own little sauce on it. This is a really simple build to upgrade. It's basically just a pure green stretch, can do a little bit of everything. A lot of people have been asking me and him how to make it. I don't know why y'all been asking me. I guess because I use it for a video, but whatever. We're just going to max our driving dunk right here, max out our midi, our 3-pointer, and our post fade, and we're going to get our free throw to a 62. Just putting it at 1 gives us 27 shooting badges. We're going to max out literally all of our playmaking right here, giving us a nice 14 playmaking badges. Same for the defense, max out literally everything right here, and we're going to get a nice little, well, not little, but 10 defensive badges. Now, if you want to make this build a little bit different, by all means, go ahead. Maybe you want that 30 shooting badges. By all means, boom, just take something there. I'm just not going to do it that way because I think I upgraded this build the best way possible. But hey, if you want to put your own little sauce on it, this is just kind of like a preset. Obviously, don't copy my builds word for word unless you just want it to be just like how I made it. But the body shape always doesn't matter. If you want to have the a pro tip from Zach, the longest body shape wingspan is defined. So like, look at all these other ones. Defined is the longest. I'm just go with defined. Drop the height all the way down to 2.01. If you're confused, this is equal to 6'7". Drop the weight all the way down, get as much speed as possible, and we're gonna max out that wingspan right here at 99 overall. We get a 71 ball handle, so at 98 we get that 70, 92 3-pointer, 99. You do get over a 65 driving dunk once you get over 99 overall. You can unlock a lot of safe dunk packages. You get quick drop offs off 1 and off 2. Some of the best dunk packages in the game, they barely get blocked. You can shoot. Very well balanced build. I think I know why he made his version a little bit different. He didn't want to get post scoring takeover because he went with shot creating takeover in his build, so we sacrificed a couple playmaking badges. I'm gonna just go with sharp takeover. As you guys can see, we have built a stretch 4. Very simple build. Let's hop on to number 3 on my list. At number 3, we've got another small forward build, and this is probably one of the most fun builds I've ever made in any 2K, bro. It's so much fun to use. It's very toxic. It's also pretty comp. It's a 6'5" play shot pie chart. Some of y'all probably know where I'm going with this. We're not even gonna use the physical profile with all speed. We're gonna go with the post scoring one, the one with the strength, because we're trying to make a build that can work down low and also can shoot outside and ISO and do all that good stuff. So for your finishing, you want to max out your close shot, your driving dunk, your standing dunk, and your post hook right here, getting very, very toxic. And we want to put one low attribute right here on our driving layup, giving us 6 finishing badges. For our shooting, we're going to max out our midi, our 3-pointer, and our post fade, and we'll get our free throw up a little bit right here, giving us 18 shooting badges. Definitely really solid. Probably not the craziest amount of badges, but you're gonna get the job done. 18 is definitely not bad by any means. And for the playmaking, I'm gonna max out my ball handle, get our passing accuracy to an 83 right here, giving us 19 playmaking badges. Very well balanced build, can do a little bit of everything. It's basically just an offensive beast with not terrible defense. For our defense, like I said, it's not bad. We're gonna max out perimeter, lateral quickness, steal, and our defensive rebound right here, giving us 5 defensive badges. But we're gonna have max wingspan, so 5 defensive badges is definitely not bad when you got long arms. Body shape, I'm gonna go with Burley for a very specific reason. We're trying to be like a post scorer on this build. For the height, we're gonna drop this all the way down. This is equal to 6'5". We're trying to make the smallest build possible with post scoring takeover. For the weight, we're going to max this out right here. Look at that strength go up. Like I said, the wingspan, we're gonna max this out right here, and as you guys can see, we will get park dunks at 99. We get a 75 post hook. Really solid ball handle. The defense is actually really, really nice. We can still shoot. Obviously, we're a play shot pie chart, and the takeover we're gonna go with post scoring takeover. Y'all probably know what this build is when I was making it. This is my playmaking shot creator with post scoring takeover. Probably one of the most toxic builds in the game. Let's hop into this number 2 spot, which is probably one of my favorite builds I've ever made. Now, number 2 on my list is a build that's not even on my main account. That probably might give it away. This build is really, really good at 99. So if you don't want to grind this build at 99, I recommend you make one of the other builds on the list. But at 99 overall, this build is an absolute beast. And yes, it is a center build. And yes, we will be able to ISO. Handness and jersey number always do not matter. The pie chart you want to go with is the all playmaking with a little bit of shooting. It's actually the last pie chart in the game. A very underrated pie chart that I don't see many people use, but this is the only way you can make this build this way with this good of shooting. So we're gonna go with this one right here. Physicals, all speed. We're trying to be an ISO center build. Now, the way we're gonna upgrade this build is gonna be upgraded kind of like a play shot. The attributes aren't gonna look good, but keep in mind the default build for a center is 7 foot, and we're gonna drop the height down, so it might look trash right now, but don't worry. Once we fix the height, the weight, the wingspan, all this stuff is gonna look a lot better. So just be patient, please. For the driving dunk, we're going to max this out right here, 51, but this will eventually get us park dunks. We're gonna max out our midi, our 3-pointer, our post fade, and we're gonna get our free throw to a 75 right here, giving us 19 shooting badges. Our playmaking, we want to max out literally everything and get 27 playmaking badges. Is it overkill? Maybe, but you can go crazy with 27 playmaking badges on the center. It's very fun. Y'all maybe have seen me playing this build. If you haven't, I highly recommend you check it out. Defense, we're gonna max out almost everything right here. We're just gonna skip over our steal. Very simple. We got these last 12 attributes remaining, putting this on our defensive rebound, giving us 9 badges. Badge count 1, 19, 27, and 9. Definitely really solid. Body shape, you can go with whatever. I'm gonna just go with slight. Why not? Like I said, you gotta be patient with this build. Look at these stats change completely when you get this build down to 6'9". It does say 2.06, but like I said, it's equal to 6'9". Weight, we're gonna drop this all the way down. We're trying to be as fast as possible on this build. And the wingspan, we're going to max this out right here. Like I said, this build is meant for 99 overall. At 99 overall, we get a 70 driving dunk, which unlocks park dunks. We get a 75 3 and a 76 midi, which is definitely really greenable, especially with 19 shooting badges that go on gold. So we're not going to use all of them at Hall of Fame. A really good post fade. We can even work on the post if we want to. We can dribble with our 70 ball handle. Really fast. This build, when you get gym rat and all that stuff, you get an 85 speed off the rip. Max wingspan, so your defense is actually really good. The stats might look like they suck, but they're really not that bad. Takeovers, I went with sharpshooting takeover. Probably the best option I would go with. Maybe you could go with playmaker, post scorer, rim protector, but sharpshooting takeover makes this build an absolute demon. You can fade, go crazy, and we have built a facilitating 5-1. This last build on my list is something none of y'all have seen before, so let's hop straight into it. If you guys know me, you know I love my catfish builds. We already had another one in here. We had a playmaking shot creator with post scoring takeover. I don't know if that's a catfish technically, but it's definitely very weird. But this one is a true catfish of another comp name that we're gonna get, but it doesn't play like the typical version of this build. For the position, we're gonna go power forward right here. Hand is left-handed. Why not? Jersey number, we're gonna go with whatever. Now for the pie chart you want to go with this one right here, the yellow and blue one. This is the best pie chart for getting rep in the game. You can catch and throw lobs and get really good my point progression. So if you're trying to hit level 40, this is also a really good build for you. For the physicals, we're gonna go with the all speed physical profile. I like that on almost all my builds, unless I'm making them like a post score, like my post score and play shot. But if that's not the case, I'm gonna go all speed 99% of the time. For our finishing, we're gonna skip over our close shot. We're gonna max out our driving layup, our driving dunk. Our standing dunk's gonna go to a 72 right here. We're gonna max our post to giving us 15 finishing badges. For our shooting, we're gonna max our midi, our 3-pointer, our free throw, and our post fade is gonna go up until we get 9 shooting badges right here. So we can get gold catch and shoot, gold corner specials, and gold hot zone 100. And that's all you're gonna need. You're gonna be able to hit the corner threes even with a really low rating. Y'all know how shooting is this year. It's very easy. For the playmaking, we're gonna max out our passing accuracy, our ball handle, and our post control is gonna go up just 2 ratings right here, giving us 15 playmaking badges. And for our defense, we're gonna max out interior, block, offensive, and defensive rebound right here. Now the badge count might not look too crazy, but when people see the build name and then they see what you're doing, they're gonna be very confused because it doesn't play like the build name suggests. Body shape, you can go with whatever. We are gonna drop the weight, so if you want to look bigger, maybe go like build or whatever. Now for the height, you want to stay at 2.06, but do y'all want to know a little bit of a hack? You can get better attributes when you fix the weight and wingspan and stuff if you drop the height all the way down and go right back up to 2.06. A lot of y'all probably gonna skip and not even know this gem and be in the comments like, bro, I didn't get the same stats, I got a different name with M. You want to drop it down, go right back to 2.06. It helps in the long run. You get a lot more better stats, and as you guys can see, we gain a layup and we lose a block. That just shows you that it's different from the default 2.06. And I'm gonna just show y'all, look, what if we go up here and then go right back down? Like, look at that. Look at all the stats we lose. It does change even though it's the same height. Metric's weird, bro. You can finesse a lot of attributes that you wouldn't be able to normally finesse. But we're gonna go right here, drop the weight all the way down here. We're gonna max out our wingspan right here. And as you guys can see, we get contact dunks off the rip. Eventually at 97 overall, we'll get like the Michael Jordan dunk packages. Once we get 98 overall, we'll get a 70 ball handle so we can get that crazy LeBron step back. We'll get a 90 speed once we hit 99 and get our gym rat. And the shooting isn't even that bad. Along with our max wingspan and 9 defensive badges, this build is very good. And for the takeovers, I just went with glass cleaning takeover to go with the name. As you guys can see, we have built a catfish glass cleaner. I know y'all see a ton of these builds in the park, always sit in the corner every time you see them. It's a green-red pie chart with more green. So regardless of how you're shooting, people are gonna guard you in the corner just because of your name, and that's gonna open up so much more offensive opportunities for you just because of your name. You didn't change the build, the attributes, nothing like that. Just because of your name, people are gonna guard you different. That's why I love making these catfish builds. And that's gonna wrap up my top 5 list. If y'all want to see these builds in action, just check out any of my other videos on my channel. I got gameplays on basically every single build on this list, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.